Hello everyone, welcome back to another story quest. Today we're back with another Genshin Impact story quest from Lyney. We're gonna start that party, and without further ado, let's start it. So yeah, last time again, we kind of fight with Lyney. I don't like Lumine's character at that moment. But I wonder how we're gonna meet with Lyney. Either way though, with that being said, Felis Fuscus chapter, I'm so sorry I cannot read that, Act 1 Lyney story quest. Let's start. Not cancel, start. Did I already? Yeah, already. What am I doing? Searching for thumbnail. Alright, the Phantom Thief reappearance.
Whoa.
Okay, I wonder again, how do we meet with him in his house? Good to know. Seems like we're talking to Charlotte. Yeah, this is again their house over here. The three brothers in this house.
Hey, isn't that Charlotte?
No, it's not. You're the
We're always running into her. What's she doing this time? Oh,
She...
looks like street interviews. Paimon has a funny feeling that we might be in for an interesting time if we go check it out. Shall we?
If you ask me to use Nahida's skill, by the way, Nahida's skill only work on Sumeru, so nothing work here. Yeah.
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Phantom Weasel? What is that?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one.
Yeah, for a content creator, I'm gonna milk this content.
Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here.
Who are you? I mean, nice to meet you too. Have we met before?
Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
What is Phantom Weasel?
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it.
Did you just under table? What is it called? Underestimate me. What did I say? Under table?
Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel, nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him.
Thank you. That explains a lot. By the way, whenever Charlotte say I am professional, it doesn't sound like she is not gonna lie, but she is.
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious night burglars that you read about in novels.
Yeah, lately Paimon have been reading novel as well.
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday.
Okay, if they steal from the rich, I don't care. If they steal a toy doll from a commoner child, I'll bite them toes. Sounds like an absolute weirdo, yeah. It is a weirdo.
I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him behind bars.
Wonder you guys name it the Weasel instead of the Robin Hood.
Yeesh. So, did they catch him?
The answer is no, Paimon.
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago.
10 years ago? What happened?
A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all.
Oh, are you saying magician? Wait, is this how we are on Lyney's tale? When I say not tell, I mean, yeah, investigate.
Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters. and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
Yeah, that just about that does not look like a picture. That is pretty much somebody that got too much free time. Yeah.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
Oh, this person thought somebody execute the magician back in the day, and now this person is trying to take vengeance. I think. Maybe, I don't know.
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance.
I'm pretty sure this is more than declaration of criminal.
What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop, and I'm going for it.
Well, as a detective, I probably just vengeance based off the letter.
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted?
He might try to nab you, little Paimon. No, not my Paimon. I hold my Paimon dear. I don't hold you, you fly, but you know. He might steal all your favorite snacks. No, he might steal my Paimon. Not my Paimon.
Aww. But Paimon doesn't want to get kidnapped.
I hope you got
Well,
it.
he'd have to go through you first. You would stop him, right?
No. No. Why would I? I would love if you get kidnapped.
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public are very concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance.
Oh, Lyney's doing performance. I'm guessing we're gonna hurt the clap and everything.
Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though.
Whether we heard them or Lyney saw us.
Something exclusive.
Yeah. Right. With that being said, that's the end of the episode.
Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Yeah, we kind of have a little bit problem.
Lyney!
Look like he's performing some magic up there.
Magic, magician, Caesar, the Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lyney!
Ah, got it. So you got this idea. I see.
You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there.
I'm about to answer top hat, but yeah, sure.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Well, intuition.
Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
Did this stuff happen before Act 2 or after The Forgotten Thief?
There's no point worrying
Yeah.
about the future.
We got some
Sarah.
beef. Just how long is this one? I'm quite concerned right now. This is kind of awkward. Not gonna lie.
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Well, because you pick it.
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means we can read other people's minds.
At that point, it's not magician. You're a witch.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Nothing, cause you don't have.
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess it.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out.
Yeah. Lyney pretty much just make what people think.
You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now, that's not a good habit.
Is that supposed to be tease, tease, tease? It sounds like a freaking, what? A squirrel noise. How did you know which card I paid? Oh, it's simple. You're a simpleton.
You can tell? Oh boy. You really can read my mind.
No, you're just dumb. What? I mean, David, nice to meet you.
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
Now remember to apologize, or Lyney gonna share your Google history.
Alright, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
And let's see if this is Act 1 or Act 2.
Hey, Lyney?
Got it, Act 2. So after we got, we have a fight. Gotcha.
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Bye, one.
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The
Spiel?
power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
Oh my god, somebody on my chat just said, I know this Lyney were stalking. What? Now you make me... Why did I...
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
Cryo. In my defense, I didn't look at her tie specifically, I just see the vision.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me.
Oh, I see. No wonder, yeah, you come here without parents, just like a little kid alone. Gotcha. So yeah, Lyney is good at guessing people's microphone. But
You guys, on the other hand, let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
yeah, oh my god, you can actually read mine.
Wow, got it in one. Is this more of your trickery at work?
No, it's because Charlotte is with us. And you know what is Charlotte all about.
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
I feel like we're just a friend here. Are we friend? Are we not friend? I'm so confused.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lyney, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Because of the magician stuff back in the day.
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Huh. What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me.
Detective time, you are the weasel all along.
The mere mention of the weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to expose the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
Yay!
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
Why do you have to specify famous and infamous?
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
You're being far too modest, Lyney. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison.
Oof.
A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. But there's an important difference that these people overlook.
Yeah, we are good at using our hand. Wait, what?
Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that one is I don't know how did it disappear. Usually you use the your fast fingers to do stuff or slip of hand. Is it? What is it called? Something like that. This one it just pan in and out. Either way, another thing is that is a bell. Lubios something bell. Lubidos.
It's gone!
Where did it go? Where did it came from?
That's the question. Where did it go?
Yeah.
Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear.
It's on my head.
If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
Okay, this one I have no idea. Usually because, they are close to you, they put something and stuff like that, but you didn't even touch us, so...
A surprise? Let me see!
Paimon don't have pocket. Huh? Wait, I was like, wait, Lumin, what are you touching? And I just noticed. Oh no, it grew from Luminous... What do you call that part of your body?
It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lyney, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior art form to theft.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians.
Guessing because Charlotte's timber, Charlotte gonna write something about magician?
Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism?
I feel bad for you and your career as well. Anyway, Charlotte just literally throw those things out of the window.
For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters.
Oh, also, yeah, by the way, Lyney is a criminal. Based off shout out to Jesus Christ, one of my chatter. Lyney acting he didn't steal those flowers from the bees. Yeah, I know, right? Or a criminal. Steal that from the bee.
But you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice?
I believe that there is... I don't know, Lumidos. Because I'm Lumin, and those are Belle.
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic.
Why?
It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this phantom weasel business is behind us.
I wonder if... Because Lumido's spell can, I don't know, do something, disappear, something like that.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief.
I noticed for one, I'm pretty sure whenever this happens, you always be the one.
Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I will of course see you at your show in 3 days' time. But let's hope the Phantom Weasel is caught by then.
And then next day, Charlotte disappeared.
If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all later.
Charlotte, bring me. Charlotte, this is awkward. Charlotte! Well...
So, Lyney, are you gonna tell us how you did that flower trick now?
It's a good weather. Huh. Did Lumin just yeah, whatever happened didn't happen. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done. You feel it too, right? So itchy.
And the Phantom Weasel. You sure you'll be able to handle him? Just ignore it. Bro, the flower just, hanging there.
Not so itchy then, huh?
Yep.
Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistant and help me investigate?
So does that mean this is before the Act 2 then? Or not before the Act 2? Wait, before the Act even start. Wait a minute. No, the Act 1 is where the thing happened. Wait, I'm confused.
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too!
Yeah, but we cannot be like Lynette, so we're gonna try our best, because Lynette mastered the meaning of assistance. But yeah, either way, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about our connection with Lyney right now, because it's, yeah, well, Lumin alone that, yeah, say that Lyney is not friend, so who knows? Who knows what happened?
Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Yeah, right. We'll help you with your investigation. What's the plan?
The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the Weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal. But if he wasn't the Weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the Weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine.
My guess, if it's the Weasel, then the previous person, that probably the coibito, the lover, stuff like that. Yeah, they keep giving that person some stuff, and when that one day that person, you know, do magic trick, yeah, something happened. My guess, anyway. Who knows what happened?
And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there.
Wait, when?
We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
That's fast. He already got everything planned. Wow. What, Illumin? Wait, what, Illumin? Min? Min? Gift of carding. What is that? Lumin just become interesting. Where was it? There you go. A flower accessory is given away by Lyney at his magic show. It is a Richmond bell which symbolizes party. Alright, for you guys that know what happened on Act 1, I might spoil a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, we didn't become Lyney's friend anymore. We were friends. But yeah, because of Luminous not so smart thinking, judging people by the past, which is quite aggravating for me, and I don't like that. Yeah, that happened. Either way though, we'll see. Maybe Lynette gonna show some kind of expression.
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette!
Hello, Lynette! I miss you.
We're working as Lyney's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
You have been replaced. With what?
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Oh, we are friends then. Alright. The story's kinda out of the place right now.
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel.
No, it's not a bad intel.
Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
Now, I thought you were gonna say like, let's go to a restaurant, let's have some meal. Sure, yes. Why not?
I'll wait for you here and see if Gemma shows up.
I really hope Lynette says something like, oh, we're a friend now. Which gonna be weird if she say that.
A lot of people here today, huh? When did this cemetery get so popular?
Oh, I see. I'm guessing because of Gemma.
Same thoughts here. What's going on?
I don't know. Did they do that on purpose? Who knows? Oh, if you say something about somebody, yeah, pass away and you cannot forget, I know you're the one.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
No, a Gemma.
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, we need some Caesar help. That stuff. What?
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. She's heartsick.
Also, yeah, by the way, from the NPC moment ago, yeah, I never thought I would hear when did the cemetery get so popular. I'm pretty sure people are dying to get here, right? So, yeah, that is not so smart of a question, I guess. What?
Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often, she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again.
I hope you guys pardon my joke. If you cannot hear it, it's fine, it's better.
She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away? Oh, so 10 years. Wow. Their love must have been really strong.
Alright, Paimon, my love to you is stronger. I think. Did I just say she can be kidnapped? Yeah, I will not. Yeah, I can still repeat that word.
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years.
Oh, so Gemma's the weasel thief, gotcha.
I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her.
Did you call the fiance as low life? That sounds like a bad word. I don't know.
Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay.
She's planning something.
Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
Yep.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Oh, what a good person. Hey, yeah, you guys wonder why it's popular again? People are dying to come.
A lot of people find cemeteries bleak and oppressive, but not me.
I see.
I find the silence gives me a sense of peace, and something about being in the presence of the dead and buried sort of puts all of life's woes in perspective.
Bro, that looks so beautiful. Wait. No, the sun moved too fast. I'm about to take a picture. Okay, whatever. Let's see.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
Bum bum bum.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
That's most likely be the case.
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
Guys, if you want to be a good person, all you have to do is just give children balloon. Easy.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Bro, yeah, thank you so much for the save. Yeah, this is a PG channel. Thank you so much for stopping the son of the ocean.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Well, sorry to interrupt, but...
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside.
What?
I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done.
Aw, that's nice. Wait a minute. Lyney, are you learning? It's like, yeah, I look up for that person, that's why yeah.
Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
If you guys know that emote, yeah, somebody like writing and then keep nodding, that is Lyney right now. Yep, noted. Yeah, gotcha. I shall do this. I shall give candy to children. Yep, tell them to go to my car. What?
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
I don't know.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. Oh, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
I see, thank you.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong?
It looked like normal NPC.
Wait, it looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay.
I already have a bandage, we don't need to check. It's fine. If nobody got bandaged, then yeah, but I already have a bandage.
Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
This white floaty looking person.
Don't be afraid, we mean no harm.
Yeah, because you already hurt.
It
What happened?
looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
We want nothing. Stop putting it like that.
My name is Lyney, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
Paimon, I got a name.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this.
I have a feeling this person just trying to clean his, I don't know, husband's name. So she become the
I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
Somebody wearing like this on the top hat saying, I will not hurt you. That sounds correct, yep.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Because he is human.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, Lynette. Oh, right, yeah, Lynette is a cat. Lynette can tell when somebody, whether hiding something or, you know, move the hand fast. Because for guys they didn't know, cat is good at paying attention on what people do. But Lynette's not gonna say it if it's not necessary. That's what Lynette said.
Got it. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
Yeah, seeing Lyney heard what Lynette? Wait, what? Lynette make noise? What?
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Hey, buddy. I love the transition. Never mind. I thought it's with a bush.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
Perhaps she simply doesn't trust us.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. It makes sense that she'd be wary around us.
Yeah, not to mention our outfit as well.
In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
I'm still super curious on our relation with Lyney right now. It's just out of nowhere. Is it the same?
Oh, Caesar. Were you or weren't you the Phantom Weasel?
Who knows? Okay, it's not the same.
A lot of people find cemeteries bleak and oppressive. I find the silence gives me a sense of peace. And something about being in the presence of the dead and buried sort of puts all of life's woes in perspective.
Daniel? I have no idea. About Giuliano?
Gemma's hurt, you say? Now that you mention it, I did see her getting into a heated argument a while back. Maybe someone who hates Caesar was taking it out on her. People can be unbelievable sometimes.
Yeah, you are one of them. Based on what we just heard, you are one of them. Anyway, bro, that's the type of guy is like, yeah, that person is annoying. And then when that person is finally, yeah, not a bad guy, is like, yeah, I know that person was not a bad bro. That's the worst NPC. Alright, I have to wait till next morning. Okay. The time have come. Where do we go? Rendezvous with Lyney. Where's that? I know it's outside of hotel, but okay. Magician something. Well, I hope in the end we become friends actually. Still I don't know what our stuff with Lyney is. Confused. The relation is out of
Over
the
here.
place. Literally.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan.
Alright, what do we do? Where should we start?
Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft. Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. He's since left the magic scene though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
What does that mean? Also, another thing is, you disgusting. That person sounds so disgusting. You put your hand on every single pie? Wow. And that's... Ew. Imagine it. Imagine. Oh, so that's why this is open. Anybody? Also, where did Lynette say, or Lyney say Lynette is? Aha! You are here. Interesting. Lynette.
Lynette. Fancy meeting you here. Can I get you something to drink?
No need.
Yeah, that's all. That's awkward. I know you keep an eye of other people, but do you just sit here? Fancy meeting you guys here, huh? Hey, at least Lynette is here. Or not here, at the cafe a moment ago. That's awesome.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
Oh, I see what you meant now.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Sure.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Lyney, you just got all to sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lyney stroking his ego.
Paimon, you got high pitch, it echo around the room. I'm pretty sure people can hear you. Also, I agree. I agree with you, Paimon.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
And what is that important thing, I might ask?
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target.
I forgot Opera House as well is the courthouse. So, are you sure it's for Lyney?
I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Oh, why are you fight? Well, yeah, I forgot that's your attitude, but...
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Lyney. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you.
You have a patient? I'm surprised! Really?
The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
Interesting. So you are the Weasel. I mean, why would you tell other people not to investigate it? Yeah, it literally brings concern to their stuff. Why did you tell them to not? Why are you trying so hard to the fans?
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me.
My guess is still Gemma is the one. But maybe Lorenzo is the one as well. Or maybe both of them. Either way, it's between one of them, since it's word right here.
My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
You just casually say you don't have pride, sir.
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets.
Wow.
And in any case, dead men don't talk.
Well...
So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
What I'm surprised at saying wow about is, for an NPC, you talk a lot.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
I know, right? They have been cooking for like, what, past 10 minutes? We didn't even get our food yet. What the heck is going on in the chef? What?
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Want to grab a drink with me?
You look drunk.
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
No, live long. Oh, brother, why? That is... If you guys wonder why NPC, perish fast, now you know.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
I don't think that's possible to tell drunk people.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway, point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still into, from what I hear.
Bro, this person is just spilling secret. And Yeah, I know how old you are. Wow, you are old and get that attitude. You wonder you don't get a girlfriend? Crazy.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
I don't know how. I never been drunk before. I cannot drink that type of stuff. I don't want to as well. So I wonder, yeah, how does it feel? When you get mad, I'm pretty sure it's whether you fight back or, I don't know, just say some nonsense rather than just apologizing and get out. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked, right? I don't know. Never drunk before. So I don't know. Anyway, bye.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Lyney, be my guest.
You know, just keep my secret about being single. No? Okay.
But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Nothing good? Interesting.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
There's something strange about him. That's obvious.
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that?
Yeah, even how close you are... Wait, how close is that person to Caesar?
He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
They probably work together.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Should I go to the cafe and see if Lynette's still there? I probably should. Yeah, let's see. Imagine there's actually other NPC here like spying on us. Pretty sure the rest is the same. I find Edmondo. Yeah, I wanna see if Lynette's still where she is. If we get out of here and we immediately talk to NPC, then that's not doable. If we go out here and we have to search, then we can find Lynette. I can find Lynette! Alright, I'm gonna leave Edmondo first. Let's find Lynette. Oh, Lynette's still there. Alright. Is the conversation still the same? Nice to meet you.
Lynette.
Still
Fancy
the
meeting
same.
you here.
Ow. Okay, so that's what happened. Let's see. Edmondo is dead. I hope you're not puking. And also
You
just
okay there?
Who are you?
Well, okay.
Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out.
Alright, mate.
I say way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
So he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Ugh, Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Wow, what a bad egg. What?
Hey, keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions or make an enemy out of him.
I mean, you know, curiosity deserves a reward.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
I hope you step on Lego and fall to that stairs. What? Yeah, we heard somebody fall down.
And there he goes. What do we do now, Lyney?
Shh! I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation.
Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. Ba-dum.
Don't say anything and don't look back. any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere.
Also, who is that person? This is where it's Navia this whole time. Okay, I am still gonna check on Lynette. Let's see. I love how this is so close to Lynette's house. Still there, let's see if it's the same or different. Okay, when somebody say, oh, by the way, it's the same conversation. Yeah, let's take the question or the talk somewhere else. How did we move from here to here? Also, if we want to chat, it's better when we're riding the aqua bus, you know. Lyney take the conversation, yeah, the private conversation to a whole new level here. Let's like move to another city to talk about this. Literally. Bruh.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
Still following us? Wow.
So you're Lyney. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today?
You got a smooth face. The Pac-Man.
Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Okay, the only people that we talk to is Lorenzo. I'm guessing you're Lorenzo and Gem, actually.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who sent you, huh?
I would just cutely hide behind us.
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going. Capiche?
Alright. Right.
Looks like we can't avoid this fight.
Well,
now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
let's go! Lyney trial.
Don't worry, we got this!
I know how to use Lyney. Bro, just a mere NPC. What are you gonna do?
Cue the spotlight!
Like, literally, bro.
Away!
I literally got a
Step
character over
right
here.
up.
I know I'm supposed to use this first and then the E, but well. Yeah, I know how to use Lyney for sure. We're done. Lyney trial.
Tougher than we thought.
I actually hope the trial is more than that. But every time you do a trial quest, or not trial quest, story quest, you're gonna have the trial of the character. So there you go.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
On the lady? Wait, you guys do... Oh, is it Gemma?
Come on, let's scram!
Shoot him like...
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet!
Yeah, you dare to talk to Paimon like that?
Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else.
And it's a lady. I'm guessing it's Gemma. Does that mean they make Gemma to shut?
Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else, but who?
Will it be Gemma?
You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something to hide. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
My guess is yeah, probably.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Does that mean Lynette keep Gemma all day? Probably. Alright, the cafe again is near their house. And still, there are a lot of questions on what is going on. Well, between us and Lyney and Lynette. It feels like whatever happened didn't happen. I'm so confused. So you guys don't say anything this whole time? Lynette's like, oh come on Lyney, comes now. I literally have hauled her this whole entire night.
Gemma?
I have Lyney's house right there. We saw Lynette. That's why we come here.
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
Aww, you look so shiny. My eyes! My eyes!
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Probably because we're too close. So Lorenzo is the one then. I thought Gemma was, but Gemma wasn't now.
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
And yeah, they did threaten her. Does that mean they hurt her?
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being.
You know them personally?
It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And why are you doing this?
So Lorenzo is the one. Lorenzo almost got caught. So Lorenzo framed Caesar. And then Lorenzo hired those people to, stop anybody that tried to. My guess is that how the story goes.
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Personal? Is it the opera house? Or Lyney's... Maybe Lyney got something else personal?
Okay. How can I help you?
How about sit down?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them.
I have a feeling Lyney is just trying to learn new magic here.
Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since.
What is that? The first time I heard that is only when I do Paimon quiz.
I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
you can hear Lynette pouting.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
This whole time you're on power saving mode on? Oh, seriously, Lynette looks so cute. But yeah, power saving mode equals Lynette did not do anything at all for the entire time. Either way, she looked cute. I don't care.
With me here, nothing will happen.
Oh.
Whatever you do, please be careful. If anything happens to you because you're investigating Caesar, I'll never be able to forgive myself.
Alright then. Either way. Yeah, that is interesting. Oh, it's on the tunnel, alright. But yeah, I like that Lynette. I always like Lynette. But Lynette just bring a whole new cute to another new unique stuff. Not level, but entirely just unique. Either way. What are we doing here? I entirely already forgot. Don't mind me passing through. Oops, I'm stuck. Yeah, I don't know why we're here, so I'll just... Oh, this is the personal belonging. Gotcha.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first.
Burn them? Oh. How do we shift them?
There we go. It should be just down here.
Because there's not that much space here. That worked. Cause yeah, there's like this water over here. We can move to behind, but it's gonna be troublesome. Apparently there's the way. Domain. Alright. Oh wait. That is interesting. That is inside a tunnel, by the way. We are literally inside a tunnel. Wow. But yeah, again, a character trial. Choose your character wisely. I actually don't need to bring Lynette. So I'm gonna bring Kazuha to gather my enemy.
Alright, let's head off.
This team probably too powerful, right? Yeah, it's probably too powerful. Either way, we got a Lynette trial as well. I should have just bring 4 on out support. Yeah, rather than damage deal.
Now disappear!
Okay, this is the stats over here. Crit damage, build, and energy recharge 135 with this weapon. 5 stars, and this artifact, Noblesse Oblige. Support gear. Gotcha. What is that? Another tunnel to go down more? Yes, always pay attention to chests, don't miss any. I need to remember that as well. At least I got Kazuha so I can reach somewhere that gonna be hard. Because sometimes you just cannot climb. Actually, I hate this type of stuff. I feel like I'm gonna be something. A crack on the wall! I'm gonna keep activating this, but it is just like, yeah, it feels weird. Move. There you go. I'm gonna say Abra.
So this was Caesar's workshop.
Zoom.
Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further.
Yeah. Waste too much time there. Right, I still don't see any chests. I'm just scared that the chest gonna blind me. But who knows? I'm guessing we're gonna...
What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Come on, if anything, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Attack the Papa when they pop out and secure the place. That work, I guess. There's actually no chest. I hope they don't put it sneaky. Back in Inazuma story quest, they put it on sneaky place, but I don't think there should be any here. Might need to lower the volume when we're doing a battle, so the screen might froze in a minute. And the voice shall be lowered in a lot, actually. The resurrection activated. You don't believe that I can survive this battle? Gosh darn it. I just noticed, yeah, my party is full on pyro. Well, Lynette is pyro mono character, so, you know. Dang, that. Wow.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
It also flew. Oh, that's how you open it. Gotcha. Wait. Does that mean I can just... Okay, I still don't see anything. I'll just make sure. There. Does it bounce?
Something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Wish list. Wish list? I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. KFC. I like a new bag. There's no such thing as fried chicken that never runs out, just as there's no such thing as children who never grow up. So eating too much fried chicken is bad for you. Make sure to pair it with something healthy, like salad, alright? Caesar. Oh. Wait, eating fried chicken all day is not... No, you're lying. I like a little dove. What is that? Oh, the robot with cool powers. You need your parents' permission to own a pet, and you also need to take good care. I brought a fluffy toy dove for you this time. If you're ready to own a pet, I'll make a real dove appear for you next time. Ah. Did you just steal people's dog? Okay, so far we can see Caesar as a good fellow. I wonder if there's anything below this elevator. I hope there's none. Oh. The heck? There's something here.
Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one?
Good to know, Paimon. Paimon, yes, I know. So far I didn't find any chests, but I could shake the feeling I missed something.
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Ooh. Okay, I'm smarter than most people. Gosh darn it. Why do you have to be dead? Oh. Alright. There are some places left and right. Let me check these first. As always, we don't miss any chests. I thought there might be something. Another wish list. I wish my parents will get back together. Ah, I wish for good grades in my next exam. Nice. Study. I wish for my little sister to have a normal life, free of danger. Is that Lyney's wish? I want to know what you can always share your troubles with me. children, but some wishes need more than magic to make them come true. They need the power of your hard work. Exam. I wish you the best of luck and hope that all your wish will come true. Wait, yeah, is that Lyney? Yes, I'm guessing back when they're still a little kid. Remember when somebody said something about Lyney learned magic trick through watching somebody? I think Lyney's own word actually. Guessing Caesar's the person. When do we get to your wedding, Uncle Caesar? I'm gonna watch your show when I grow up. You have to go on a tour. Cannot you stay here with us? Oh my, this round of wishes has rather exceeded my expectation. The wedding will be held very soon. Don't worry, I'm not single. I mean, you are all invited. The tour had already been scheduled, but I'll definitely be back, and you'll always be welcome at my show. Nice. Like, I have a feeling Lyney... yeah, one of their wishes is Lyney's wishes. Or the daughter... or not daughter. Sister to be not in danger. I'm not wrong. Or maybe I forgot about the story and I say that instead. I don't know. Nothing.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
Oh, maybe it's not. Lyney, what are you looking at?
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption.
This is inside a tunnel, by the way, again. Also, another thing is maybe just, yeah, pull some wool.
If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere.
Yeah, touch this and that.
Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully... and... presto!
I hope that's not...
secret passageway! How did you know?
Just to put out there, I hope there's no bookshelf in Fontaine that contain that type of secret.
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike.
Oh.
Looks pretty big inside.
A chest?
Let's head in and take a look around.
I love how they show that chest. If you didn't spot that chest, something is wrong. Alright, before we go to the next one, I will just double check if I missed anything. After a further checking, I found nothing. Great job. Whopping to Primordial. Alright, at least we didn't miss that one. I don't know how many are there, but that's all. I found all of them. Lower the volume before I start a battle. Volume have been lowered. Let's start a battle.
Adventure time.
First thing first, pull up. Second thing second, wet. And last thing last, aim. Okay, one stack.
Step right up.
5,000 for physical damage. Dang. Alright, second chest. I'm pretty sure this is our second chest that we obtained here, right? Before that, we found nothing. If you guys already found more than 2, well, I'm ashamed of myself. Yeah, either way, doesn't seem like there's anywhere. There's no way they hide a chest where you can...
Time to go.
Right. Imagine there's the chest there. Alright, I'm gonna grab that. Bring smile to my face. No? Okay. Yes. Oh, I can't run out. Gosh darn it. I want to check if there's anything. Oh, I don't think you can fall down as well. Alright. Oh, anything there? What is here? Oh wait, it's the wish from the thing. I just noticed. Remember the wish that we found from the thing? Is that wish all from Lyney? Including the parents? I hope my parents go together or back together. Is it? I got a feeling that's the case. I don't know. If that's not that, well, but I got a feeling. I'm going in. And you know it correctly. My feeling is, well, like I say, all is correct.
Here comes the finale.
That all is so loud. That all just destroy my ear. Apparently.
Why have you stopped, Lyney? Is there some device in that box?
It's a time machine.
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead.
Is it where the thing happened?
If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right, see you in a bit.
Well, my major stuff is searching for a chest.
The placement of this device inside. If I remember correctly...
Is this where the bad thing happened? The incident? The accident? Who knows? Either way, I'm gonna find a chest. I'll be right back.
Race you!
I say that too. Is there anything here? They got this box. I mean, you can just climb up if you want. I will not climb up. Oh, there's a barrier. Gosh darn it. Okay, where else could some stuff be? I wonder. There are a lot of small chests, which is kind of annoying. A big chest. Alright, let's see. Ah! I think all magic steps I knew. Oh, I just freaking knew. Interesting, I see. Using my brain right now. It does not work though.
Oh, seems like we can't step on the same tile twice.
You don't say.
Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
I know it's, yeah. What happened? Oh, I need to restart. I know you're not allowed to touch the same one, it's just... I'm thinking right now. If I use that path, it's not gonna work though. Oh, wait. What the heck? Okay. If it moves... Oh, I need to step when it connected, gotcha. So if it moved, then I'm fine. I don't know if it brings us forward. Does it bring us forward? Let's see. On to Papa. Darn it. Move too fast. How are you supposed to do this slowly? Well, I know probably this is not the only way to solve it. But what my brain's thinking is we go to this on top path here. And we go to the right one. Oh, and this one gonna go up, and then we're just gonna circle around. Right. How about that? Right. Let me try to solve this. Alright, figure it out. All you have to do is go here and take this path over here. Well, I have to wait now. Now we go to this gonna go down, and yeah, alright, I figured it out. Nice brain. Hey, you seem to be struggling. No, I'm not. I'm doing this perfectly fine. Think I'm struggling? I'm smarter than you think. I'm just scared that I accidentally step on something. Think easy. My brain worked, it worked. A top hat. Good to know. Does that mean Lyney used top hat because of this guy? Who knows? Lyney, we found something. We not tell Lyney? Yeah, we're just leaving him over here.
The placement of this device in...
Yeah, try to figure that out. Not let big doors open on top of your stuff. Anyway, well, we're going, Lyney. Have fun there. Alright.
Wow! There's a hidden room here!
You solve a puzzle, it's not hidden.
Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own notes. He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Whew. Much too advanced for Paimon.
What?
Hey, look! Is that Caesar's diary on the table?
Yeah, it seems like lately we have been reading people's diarrhea. What? Why are we doing this again? There are no chests. I saw a puzzle. No? Sorry, word? Whatever.
This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
Yeah, Paimon, it look like you. But alright, about the wish list, children. Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised if there's something about Lyney, so let's see.
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted. Boy, are my legs sore.
What an awesome magician. You sure feel ashamed you lied to kid. Just kidding. But yeah, still a good person.
I wound up saving very little this month. But that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat?
You don't just hide it inside your hat, you slowly pull it out, so... The real question is where do you put the thing? Either way, Caesar's a good person. Yeah, all matters is to see those kids smile, right? That what matters? I don't know. About the children studying magic.
2 children came to talk to me after today's show.
Lyney and Lynette.
I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these 2. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down.
Yeah, the sparkly eyes like, oh. How about Lorenzo's issue? Yeah, again, this is my guess.
It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic.
Does that mean Lorenzo know about Lyney and Lynette? I mean, Lyney and Lynette, as you can see from the hair and from the ears, there's no way nobody know them when they're a kid or something like that. Yeah, when they grew up, a lot of people probably know who they look like, right?
They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master.
What a person. Alright, this is a good person.
With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast. I don't dare to imagine what they must have been through.
A lot. Based off what we know on Act 1 on the Archon quest, a lot.
Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed.
I see. But if Lyney and Lynette type of, little kid walk up to me and tell me that, I would like to own them. What? I would like to adopt them. I'm so sorry. I'm using the wrong word here. English is hard. Anyway, about the farewell.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the 2 kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads.
Never mind, adopting does not work.
I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Sounds like their parents have other plans for them. I guess we'll be parting ways soon. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have.
It is not actually, but also, it's not the worst. It's kinda the best in some ways.
they hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied.
What did they say?
That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow.
Yeah, I definitely didn't live under a rock.
I can sense that their lives have been hard. Possibly even dangerous, too. They're not like other children. It's a shame that I can't do more to help them.
Yeah, again, we already know this story, so not surprised that much.
After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods, and that is why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that?
Judging by their personality now, I'm guessing they actually take that into their, quote. Like they will remember that forever. That's what I think. Judging by Lynette and Lyney, I don't think they are gonna find that annoying at all.
PPS. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
Not PPS.
Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said. Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
Stop reading. What? That's an option?
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh?
That sounds familiar. I wonder who is that?
Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you think?
Yeah, probably. I don't.
So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lyney.
Well, Lyney and Lynette say that they learned magic from somebody. But they just never say who. Does that mean, wait, based off that books, does that mean Lyney and Lynette... Wait, do they still trust other people or not? That's my question.
Lyney?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Guessing this is, the day when the incident happened, Lyney and Lynette was there.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
A dead fish.
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance.
One that is a dummy.
Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it. And then what?
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking.
Theoretically speaking? Wait, what do you mean?
The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy.
Oh. Somebody do that on purpose.
He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least.
Got it. So with a vision, you can jump high and fall from high place.
And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what I could gather from his notes and the relevant gadgets here in his workshop.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh? Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it. Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go? How does he get out?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about. Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view.
I don't know if it's just me or you guys, but that does not look like something you press. It looked like something that you turn.
He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Sure, buddy, sure.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician, but unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Wow, he used his right hand as the dominant hand in public? No shame. Also, I love how the shadow look like somebody's talking. The right hand, gotcha. How muscly looking. What?
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
Nothing sus, Paimon? Are you sure about that?
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here, which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed.
I see. How did you know? You put CCTV inside bathroom. What? I'm not sure where you are going with this. Why will Caesar pretend to be right-handed?
Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion.
They arouse something else.
The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices.
Using a right hand is not a sacrifice, but okay.
But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
Oh, maybe someone exploited that fact against him. So instead, he spinned the one that dropped him down. And the only one that probably know that is somebody that's close to him, which means the perpetrator is Lorenzo. I don't know.
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there.
Bum bum bum.
Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, instead of replacing the... because you panicked, so you stay instead of the dummy.
With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
When in reality, someone switched the boxes, and they did it to murder him.
And why would a magician hold something that they stole, right? While they performing?
But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed, and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was always by his side.
Lorenzo!
Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
Ken already knows since the start, so yeah.
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you?
What? Yeah, you're a dog. What? I mean, you just tell us, yeah, feel free to, investigate.
There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with.
That's your problem, not mine. Also, another thing is, wow, you think you can find a vision holder? Also, another thing is, the whole reason Lyney is doing this, probably again, because, Caesar is the one that teach them the magic. So my guess is, yeah, pretty much somebody that they look after, like how I said in the first start of this, and yeah.
But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but you disappoint me.
How dare you? Yeah, again, that's my guess. Somebody that teach you your master stuff like that. Pretty much.
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's been threatening her!
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't drop it.
What do you mean we never know? Well, I don't know, but...
Which is why you can't leave this place alive. Take them out, and make it quick.
No, I'm scared. Whatever shall I do?
Do your worst!
And PC number something. Here we go. The battle's gonna be loud for this one. This one gonna be a big fight for me. Alright, I'm so sorry for the loudness
Time
of
to go.
the stuff,
Kamisato art. Suiyu.
Yeah, it do be like that. Well, yeah. Isn't that a mining? Whatever, I don't. What's up?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
I keep switching to the wrong character. Okay. Casually turn into a card and swoop the boots.
You kids are tougher than you look.
And you all men look old. What?
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolized Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me!
Luckily, Lynette is not like... Luckily, Lynette know the way of the assistants.
He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me!
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it.
If you ask why did I beat up the old man, now you know.
He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him, never bothering to think about Mora. What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it?
Somebody that liked their job a lot.
But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had.
So you moida him. Why didn't you just leave then and, start your own stuff?
He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. There was nothing he hated more than that.
Well, obviously.
And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me.
That's what you think. Oh, well, yeah, judging by how Caesar is, well, Caesar probably gonna do that. Caesar is such a nice guy, so...
I had to kill him. There was no other way. He had to go.
I headache. Ay.
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
Bum bum bum. That's... I forgot to say it. No! I thought I already say it. Now I remember back. I never say it. Yeah, remember when the drunk man said something about chasing somebody that he loved? My guess was Gemma, but I think I forgot to say it because there's something else that I said for that. Oh, funny. But I kinda already guessed that as well. Well,
in love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
yes. Also, oh, so I'm not in love with Gemma. Either way, that's my guess in the first place, so.
I am.
Oh, thank you. That's easy.
Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way, that the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
Wait, but I heard that the Phantom Weasel stole from the rich and poor alike. I'm guessing that's rumor, growing scary stuff,
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how much it was worth.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items.
I love how you just share the stuff.
I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
So that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. You've seen what's here, and my last-ditch effort to stop it getting out has failed. What else can I do?
Well, there is something that you can do, but well...
So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me. I wouldn't choose for things to end this way, but I regret nothing.
People with their greed and envy.
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
Hey, will we tie him up? I feel like we should tie him up first. Guard him. The first thing I do, grab the chest. Not paying attention to him at all.
At least I can finally stop looking over my shoulder now.
Stepping on your hand, don't you dare move. That's it, so we just leave. Okay, goodbye. I'm guessing next question, yeah, Lyney say hold that thought when the magic box thingy. I'm guessing we're gonna ask something about the thing now, right? We're gonna give our thought now? Like, Lyney, is that you? What happened?
Lyney has told me the whole story.
Luigi, nice to meet you. What?
Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Look who's finally developed a conscience.
Wait, you know?
What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because they'll be hell to pay.
Seems like you're quite fun, Caesar. Say the word.
Looks
Oh,
like
okay.
it's all over. What should we do next, Lyney? Should we start preparing for your show?
Maybe I watched too much anime, but I thought Lyney gonna scream like, Lorenzo, wait, remember this and that. But that's not the case, apparently.
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Good point. We should go tell Gemma the good news right away. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure.
Alrighty, let's get going then. Okay, let's see, where do we go? Explain the situation to Lynette and Gemma. Are they still having a cup of tea? Probably, yeah. Alright, are you guys here? Ah, that's out! I'm sorry for that, I forgot. Anyway.
Ah, you're back.
Finally, my power is on 1%.
You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
The sarcasm.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
The serious mode. It's so cute to see Lynette this way. Also, another thing is, yeah, you are so fast. I eat up 3. Oh, that means Lynette want to eat more, and Lynette hope for us to be longer. I see.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now, but try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
I actually like Lynette. Lynette's like a daughter.
Point taken.
Okay,
Did everything go okay?
Of course. Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
I love how whenever Paimon uses the fingers like, no.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can.
That's alright.
I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
Oh, don't start crying. Don't start crying. No. What?
It's okay. We understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in your position, too.
Not just threatened, seems like hurt as well. The left hand with bandage.
But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yep.
Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long.
I'm so sorry for your suffering for the past 10 years.
I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out.
I see. Also, Lynette, power saving mode on, please. You look scary. She looked mad.
Thank you all. Truly. Thank you so much.
The land of justice. Justice shall fail. Something like that. Fail in the meaning of V-I-A-L-E-L. I forgot. Yeah, justice shall fail. Something like that. Not fail, but veil. Something like that, I don't know. At Lyney's suggestion, everyone goes to the cemetery to announce Lorenzo's arrest and memorial Caesar.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name.
You're welcome.
I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel.
We're
He never
not
showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great.
I see, but again, like I said, it's quite obvious Lorenzo is the one. But again, it's because we talked to Lorenzo and we can see how he acts.
And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now, thanks to your efforts.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
And yeah, back in the day, they didn't have any, tears. And then they add a small tears, and now they just make it entirely natural. Well, kind of.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits.
Lynette also is there. Lynette's talking like suddenly my brother, yup.
This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
Oh, that's nice.
In Caesar's honor? Really? Thank you. I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
So we are just friends. I start the story quest with awkward moment. Now it's even more awkward. Like, so are we friends? Like, what's going on? I'm so confused. What is our relation?
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show.
Yeah. I guess we're friends now.
Paimon feels like we're forgetting something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Caesar's diary!
The diary, yup.
We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Lyney and Lynette or not.
They are.
Lyney changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Lyney tomorrow evening.
But if that is me, I will forget. Yeah, tomorrow evening, it's not a thing.
I've spoken many choice words about Caesar over the years.
Aha.
I'm so ashamed of myself now. He was such a good man.
Tears. Anyway, next one.
I can't believe Lorenzo was intimidating Gemma all this time.
Have you met him before?
He comes around here sometimes. Not to clean Caesar's grave, though. He just stands off to the side and watches Gemma from a distance.
Oh.
She must have known, but she never asked him to leave. I wonder why that is.
When you did something, if you wanna, clean something and somebody bad want to stop you, yeah. Anyway, hey, do you wonder what the other people do? Or maybe he just want to see how beautiful Gemma is. Who knows? I'm so sorry I'm standing on top of... Yeah, I just noticed.
It may take some time, but Caesar's reputation will be restored now that the real culprit has been captured. Looks like Gemma chose a good man after all.
Nice. I'm pretty sure we're sleeping on our serenity pot when we're skipping time. I hope we are in good. Alright, watch the magic show at the Opera House. So is this the cutscene then? They probably gonna say like, in the honor of Caesar or something like that. But now I'm curious, let's see. I wonder how they do the magic show. Also again, we need a cutscene. We haven't seen any cutscene, and this is obviously, as you can see, the end of the story quest. Literally, we have solved the perpetrator, we have found some secret. All we need to do is just ask Lyney on the case.
Stefana!
The music doesn't sound like a magic show music. Let's see, there's the stairs. Well, let's use the fans. Lock. Is that Lyney and Lynette? It's Lynette. Wait, so your brother alone? Charlotte is there.
Paimon's excited to see another of Lyney's magic shows! Wait. Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
Yeah, I just say that. The cake should charge you up, no?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today.
Oh, interesting. Where do I sit? On the stairs?
So, I'll be watching with you.
Ah, thank you! So we share one seat, or what's going on here?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin.
Wait. There they go, Lumev, sit down. Yes, we're ready.
The great magician Lyney has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Wow! A new trick!
I love like literal our daughter. We are just looking for her smile.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Lyney wows the audience with his... Really? You didn't show us? I'm guessing... Okay, I'm guessing that is the magic trick that Caesar do in the past. They really don't show... I usually want to...
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Dude, that not sounds excited.
Yes, it's just... It reminds me of him.
Yeah, because they are the disciple.
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
I love how Paimon actually now keep her voice down, finally.
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic, because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too. So I went up and asked him to do a trick for me.
Yeah, Rosa and Violet are two. Your face belong in zoo. Wait, what?
Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do?
Flower.
It was with a flower.
It's obvious.
He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head.
Oh, like the luminous bell. That's my guess. By the way, I thought the flower gonna pop in, you know, on Lumina's head, but...
I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
Me too, by the way, so anybody wanna give me one?
Oh, that's so cute! Actually, now that you mention it, Lyney's done that one before.
Oh my god, Lyney love us?
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him.
I don't think Lyney showed that because he love us. Yeah, because it's supposed to be Aether. That's gonna be weird. But maybe to show Lynette love us? No, Lynette's not there. Either way, I guess just to show us that. Later, a magic trick, the easiest one. Who knows?
After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
I just too... don't say that. Don't be sad. The killer has been caught. Yeah, don't be sad.
That's right. It's all over now.
What have been lost cannot bring back, but at least what caused bad thing have been stopped. Right?
Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but...
Same.
At the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on. You can breathe easy at last, right?
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
Bum bum bum! My first guess, you are the Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what?
Paimon.
The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
It's not...
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
Again, my guess was Gemma is the Phantom Weasel. And then, well, I know the one that Moida is, you know, the friend, but that doesn't explain much.
As Lyney once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience.
And for guys that know, Lynette is good at spotting... I love how there's Charlotte's head. But yeah, Lynette is a cat, and cat is good at spotting something. Yeah. That's so hard to see.
But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle.
In the middle of Lyney's performance, flying little lady just screaming.
Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going. Come on, say something.
I love you, Paimon. Ian.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Lyney will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show, the one we've all been waiting for. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly fashion.
Guessing Lyney gonna talk about Gemma? So I love the head. Like, wow, wow, pochi, 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 wow, wow, pochi, pochi.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now.
So we still don't know who is who. But well then. And that was it. Oh, it's just outside the team. Okay, it's not outside, it's literally just beyond this door maybe?
Surprise!
Oh, not even go to the door, huh?
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Oh, increasing the volume. Increasing the volume, just in case there's a cutscene. Remember, I keep saying this a lot. Alright, the game gonna be loud now, I'm gonna mute myself.
Lyney, don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Really? Well then, let's hear it! Paimon's dying of curiosity here!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
That's not the cutscene that I want, but that can count, I guess, yeah.
So then what?
Wait, does that mean you didn't fall? Oh, you just want to make Caesar... Wait, what? Do you actually love Caesar at all?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
Oh, because Leah and Lynette are already used to it. They know they're co-op. What?
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Lyney? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
You broke the... are you foreshadowing something? Somebody pulling the string, yeah. The lady with the black and white hair, if I'm not wrong.
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
The question is, why would we trust you? You don't even trust us.
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise? No, not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it?
Yeah, apparently.
But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the weasel himself?
Because Lorenzo is in love.
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Lyney, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think the answer should be obvious.
I date both of them, what?
Having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Because you look somewhere else.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting, I'd be much obliged.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real Weasel must have had a terrible childhood.
Oh, I see.
Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Until the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. At that tender age, she should have been happy. Instead, she stood in the shadows and watched with envy as all good things in the world passed her by. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true, and it will fill the void in my soul.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Lyney?
I actually like the storytelling. It does. Well, Lynette does anyway.
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
So what's up with the warning letters?
Huh. That's right. What drove you to write that letter, Gemma? What were you trying to achieve there?
I'm guessing you actually fall in love with Caesar and yeah, Lorenzo did something too.
Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace.
Gotcha, Lyney is the one that wrote it. Well...
Lyney? Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House.
Interesting.
But why?
Because, yeah, Caesar was my master. Phantom copycat, and from the hat we know there's a cat. Also, by the way, this is not delayed, it just, for some reason it's always like this.
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
Next question, why did you do that?
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Well, other than magic show, no.
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, like I said, so I was right then when I say somebody write that because, Caesar, got Moida like 10 years ago. Somebody's gonna take revenge, so I was right then. But, well, the perpetrator and the person is not wrong. I just say that, well, what the letter mean. Oh. Yeah,
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him?
Caesar is more important to Lyney and Lynette.
Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, if it's me, I think I will still recognize them.
He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble. Why? Because you feel like you still owe him something?
No.
We remember all our debts, however great or small.
Yes.
10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget, and so we came to find you.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted to everything. I'm free.
No, you're not. Also, another thing is, I have a feeling guards might be around here. Also, another thing is, I feel like this feels like an anime, no? Yeah, I know the character is, but what I meant is, yeah, a story that is going, one is named Aqua and the other one Ruby. Anyway.
Free? Do you really think so?
How be it for our mother's sake.
Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole?
Bum bum bum, what have she done?
Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. But what did he have to gain from all that?
By the way, throughout Fontaine's story so far, we are just being detective and solving stuff. Headache.
He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Oh. Now, the guilty.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Lynette is so... I know Lynette just say this word, but it sounds so cruel. Yeah, congrats on your freedom, on your happiness.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you after all.
Okay, Lyney, Lynette, you guys are too dark. Let's calm down.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Lyney to perform his final act in tonight's show. I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more, for the answer is a death-defying high-altitude escape.
Which is how the... Oh, that is how... Who is it called again? Caesar... Yeah.
A high-altitude escape?
10 years ago, the trick that Caesar... unalive attempting.
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
Also, by the way, Lyney got vision. It's fine.
But we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real Weasel has now confessed to their crimes.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing this one for ages now, but I'm still a little nervous.
I don't know if that's sarcasm or not.
Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true witnesses.
Okay.
Lyney, wait.
What a face. The angry face.
You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then you'll finally understand.
I don't think Lyney will. Lyney got Lynette and Fremine, so she'll be fine.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
I'm better.
So, what are we, doing now?
Lynette, what do we do now?
Like Lyney said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
Okay.
What about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lyney after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
The house where he performed magic?
Alright. Well, let's go and watch Lyney's finale then. This trick's a pretty dangerous one, but he should be able to pull it off, right?
You got a vision. Hey, Lynette.
Magicians are not like thieves. Thieves only tear things apart. But good-hearted magicians, they put things back together.
Why do you have to specify good-hearted magician? Anyway. Yeah, does that mean not all magician is good?
What is my truth? Sometimes I think I'm like a gambling addict. All I care about is winning. And it doesn't matter what's at stake.
Alright, life lesson for gacha people. There you go.
By the time I come to my senses, I'm left with nothing. Oh, if I had my time again.
Guys, again, gacha addiction is not good. Gamba is not good. And you learn from Gemma, apparently. Alright, I'm guessing the cutscene gonna play here. So I'm gonna increase the volume one more time. Let's hope this is actually the cutscene, because if it's not, I literally increased the volume for no reason. Either way, mute.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lyney is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
That's awesome storytelling, but like I said, yeah, you can see Lynette's so cute though with the pigeon hit her head. Anyway, as you can see, yeah, it's kind of not that hard to say. Yeah, Lynette and Lyney literally used top hat and got cat ears. Pretty easy to tell when there's literally no difference that much for me. I don't know about you guys though, but yeah. Another thing that I just noticed as well is Lyney and Lynette didn't try to cover their background or stuff. Lyney and Lynette want to tell the magician Caesar, but it's just not possible. So that's interesting one. I thought they were trying to lie or tell other stuff, but yeah, based off the diary, they didn't lie. They just don't want to say it because they cannot.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished right in front of my eyes.
Now me that explode.
What a heart-stopping magic show. This was really worth the trip.
You come here for a free magic show? What happened?
Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Lyney has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow, even if I do say so myself.
Looks like everyone really loved Lyney's grand finale.
Well, even though they don't know the full story, but at least it was awesome.
Paimon doesn't see Lyney anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, where is that?
The cemetery. Again, the cemetery is popular. A lot of people have been dying to go there. Can I start repeating this for the third time? I don't know.
Oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried?
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Lyney's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. So it makes sense that that's where he'd be afterward. Alright, let's go look for him there.
Okay then. Get as sad as it is, it's time to end the story. Bro, the story is actually 2 hours long. Crazy, huh? Alright, meet... Oh, it's a dog. I was like, who are you? Okay, meet Lyney at the cemetery, but before I go down and see if Lynette is still here or not. Alright. Alright. Lynette, or not Lynette, Lyney is here. But I keep saying Lyney is Lynette and Lynette is Lyney. It's so hard.
Lyney! There you are. Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure something had gone horribly wrong.
But I'm guessing that is the plan.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks.
Oh, this music.
That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh.
Oh, the music. The ending music.
I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop. You learned magic from Caesar once, didn't you? When was that?
10 years ago, Paimon.
After I joined the House of the Hearth.
Oh.
To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him.
Well, again, on the Act 1, it's already explained. They joined House of the Heart, oh no, before... Oh, it's after they joined. The story that we know that they learned magic is before they joined. I see. But again, Act 1 already explained we become enemy and... Now I am confused our relation. So, an agenda?
I told you about my past before, remember?
Yeah.
As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers.
Yep.
I'd watch their tricks and try to figure out how they were done.
And if I remember correctly, that is before the heart, the House of the Heart. Also, yeah, the whole reason Lyney and Lynette cannot say that to Caesar is because of this as well. The same goes because they are scared that Caesar gonna hate them.
But I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me.
Oh, so you cannot watch the behind the scenes.
I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props.
There you go, sleight of hand. What did I call it this whole time? Something hand?
We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves. But without proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us.
Well, you guys got that fiery eyes.
In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him.
At least you guys didn't lie, you guys say that you guys cannot say it.
For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, it's my passion.
But again, you do that for living instead. Oh, so you did lie.
But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth.
So that's how he knows it's a lie.
Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Lyney.
I don't blame you, that wasn't your fault. Oh, you can understand people now. You mean? Remember when you make Lyney your enemy? Yeah, just like they already got that set pass and they are not a bad person and you still judge them. I don't know why I hate Lumin because of this specific part only. Maybe because I hate people that judge people by their past or something like that. I don't know.
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you?
The way Lumin act to you, I don't think that's the case, but yeah.
But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel. That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to him. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show, full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess that's the price we have to pay. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Slice of life over there. Don't be sad. We're in your auditorium and we are not going anywhere. Saint Lumin!
Yeah, cheer up, Lyney.
Now we're friends, I guess?
We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window.
Sometimes the unhappy stuff, the one that will stick. But, well, it's more like if you push the thing that you hate, push too much, it will always come back. And whatever you hold dearly, that one's gonna disappear. Like how yin and yang balance anyway. This one sounds so heart-touching for me.
You know, Traveler, doesn't that kinda make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that.
That's nice.
Life has taken plenty from us, like it did
How
from
about
Gemma.
Femine?
But at least it left us with each other. That's what gave us the strength to get through the darkest days.
Remember, you also got Femine?
That's why the darkness never consumed me and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that shines through.
Wanna take a bet how many people forgot about Femine's existence?
Alright, time to lighten this conversation up a little. What did you think of the show tonight? Were you happy with it?
I like the cutscene a lot.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the Opera House just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. Lyney, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
What?
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something. The Lyney Paimon knows can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Paimon, whatever Lyney just says a part of the trick.
Oh, alright then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you.
Ah.
Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Is it this flower? Or is it a bell?
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me.
I'm checking their body.
Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
I love how the first thing that I literally try to see is their body is like, where's flower? Where's flower? Paimon is head.
3, 2, 1.
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Why is that the location that you choose the flower to be?
Really? Let's see.
Why me again? Why?
Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right? This one's called, oh yeah, a rainbow rose.
Your ascension material.
But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done. Please, Lyney, pretty please!
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Fine. Please, teacher, please!
Oh, I want to hear this in JP. I hate this. Why?
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourself.
Wait, based on the story, Caesar put a flower on the girl, and yeah, they become, yeah. This if you guys using Aether, this kind of feel different. You know what I mean?
Is that it?
Yeah, that is it.
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night. I look forward to seeing you again.
All right, fine.
At least with that, we become friends once more, right?
Shall we head back now too?
Yeah, we should.
Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Paimon bets Lyney and Caesar will be plastered all over it. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we can find out.
It's not done yet? Oh, it's done. Wait, it's not done yet? Bro, this story is about to take 3 hours. Dang, a flower accessory is given away by Lyney at his magic show. It is an arrange of luminous bell which symbolize parting and rainbow rose that represent passion. Party passion are two separate perspectives sharing the same nature. What really matters is the present that we are living. I didn't know they will appear here. I'm just standing up. I'm supposed to hear Paimon say stuff now.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oh, Paimon is supposed to say, yeah, it's a time. Let's read some stuff. Paimon is excited.
Oh, please, Lyney, I'll only take a moment of your time, if you would be so kind.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning.
But it's missing something.
But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed to having been the real Phantom Weasel all along.
In the end, the justice veiled.
That was quick.
What?
Too late, bro.
Why do you have to make noise, bro?
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some catching up to do. Please, fill me in.
Whoops.
Paimon, you do this on purpose. Paimon the perpetrator.
Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide. Gemma turning herself in must have something to do with Lyney's performance last night.
You're a 5 stars and you come in the first 10 pull, I will say everything.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Okay, then. Wait, no, there must be more to it. If that's all it took for her to have a change of heart, how did it take her 10 whole years?
You just have to knock something into her mind.
Well...
It's a 2 hours 30 minute story, by the way, for you guys that didn't know. So yeah. Charlotte's journalist spirit is burning red. We're going to have to distract her somehow.
Oh, I remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. What happened between you?
Something that cannot be chatted in public.
Quickfire question. Where did you all go after the show?
My wedding.
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Lyney did a private magic trick just for us.
Well, that one is true.
Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon. Guess what? Lyney started using rainbow roses in his tricks.
What?
Wait, what does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? Lynette is like, what? What did you use? Wait, what does that mean?
I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
Oh, the jealousy come again. I don't like the what? And I immediately like, no, that is a jealousy. I like that. I like that instant. What?
No, I just,
well.
What now? Oh, did Paimon say something wrong again?
No, you didn't. Why would you ever?
This is getting pretty awkward. What do we do, Traveler?
Run for your life.
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Well, never mind. There's always next time. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it all. Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's clearly a web of complicated relationships there. Can't blame me for being curious. All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace. Bye for now.
Bye. 3 hour story quest.
Lynette? Paimon didn't mean to...
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her.
Oh, I'm gonna clip that part.
Oh, really? Oh, thank goodness. You scared Paimon there.
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both. At least it did the job, right?
Lyney didn't expect that.
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose.
Oh, to remind us of this story quest. Okay.
I'd be really upset if you lost it.
Because you never get one. In your face. I'll give you Rainbow Rose one day. What does that mean? Anyway, with that, the Forgotten Thief is done. Act 1 of Lyney's story quest is done. I'm gonna hear Paimon is please, and also Lynette is what in JP in a second. Okay, let's hear it in JP.
Lynette sensei, onegai da.
Paimon, are you holding the big one there? What's going on? That's hilarious. How about the what? Where was it again? This one?
私だってお兄ちゃんからレインボーローズをもらった記憶はないの。
Ah, that's so cute. But the what is like, just like, huh? Alright, well, with that being said as well, there you go. Again, that's the story quest. Subscribe, hit the like button. As always, I stream every day. Link description down below. I don't know how many people are gonna watch this. Probably not that much. Probably less than 5, but hey. Overall, I got likes. Hey, goodbye.
ちょっとしたトリック